What is an asylum seeker? An asylum seeker is someone who flees their country and enters another country and applies for asylum. Asylum seekers usually flee in hopes of finding a safer and overall better life. Many immigrants who seek an asylum are most likely in a bad position in their country. Immigrants come to the U.S. to have better opportunities for themselves and for their children.
What is an asylum? Asylum is an immigration benefit that allows certain foreign nationals who fear persecution to remain lawfully in the U.S. It's a form of protection granted to individuals who can demonstrate that they are unable or unwilling to return to their country because of persecution or a well-founded fear of persecution on account of race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion.
Who's qualified for an asylum? People who flee their home country and are afraid to go back may qualify for asylum. They have to be able to prove their fear of persecution on account of race, religion, national origin, political opinion, or membership in a social group. Process to claim asylum. There are two ways a person can enter the U.S., affirmative and defensive asylum. Affirmative asylum, which is when a person is going through the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, applies for asylum, and they already live in the U.S. They have 1 year to fill out Form I-589 unless they can prove they need more time. If they are denied, they are referred to an immigration judge. Defensive asylum is when the applicant is already in immigration court. For example, they are in the process of being deported. A judge will hear the applicant's case and determine if they meet the criteria, fear of persecution. If they don't meet the criteria, they will be deported back to their home country.
How the U.S. is making it harder. President Trump just recently enforced more restrictions on asylum seekers. This included making the courts settle the cases in less than 180 days and enforcing fees for applications. This pushes back more cases, and there are currently more than 800,000 cases pending. A Trump admin proposed to put border agents in charge to make it harder for asylum seekers to seek asylum, and the White House is working on making seeking asylum harder by forcing immigrants to prove more on why they are credible for asylum. Interviewing is a process they must do. The main reason why the U.S. is making seeking asylum harder is because the sharp rise in the number of asylum seekers and families has frustrated Trump and pushed the immigration policies. In the past years, criminal laws have not been enforced on illegal passing, but now they are being prosecuted, which causes the separations of kids from their parents, although there are other options like transferring the families to family detention facilities.
Parents are arrested while their children are sent to foster homes, detention facilities, shelters, etc. The children may not be reunited with their parents if they are in federal prison. They will be put into foster care. This policy was adopted in March of 2017 when they believed that if people understood that they could be separated from their families, there would be less people trying to illegally cross the border. We have seen many of these cases happen and continue to see families separated while they strive to cross the border and have a better life for the next generation in their family. They cannot seek asylum because of all the cases pending, and some may not be able to afford the fees they are now enforcing.
What happens when asylum seekers are denied? If asylum seekers filed an affirmative application for asylum and attended an interview with an asylum officer, their denial does not come with any immediate order of removal from the United States. If an individual whose claim was denied, they will have a second chance at explaining to the judge why they need asylum from their home country. Asylum seekers will have 30 days in which to file an appeal with the Board of Immigration Appeals. Unless they fail to meet this 30-day deadline, the asylum seekers will be converted into order of removal.
Why are immigrants coming into America illegally? Since this process is so long and asylum seekers may still be rejected when given a second chance, asylum seekers feel they have no other choice but to come into America illegally. Another reason is because these immigrants have a fear of persecution in their country. Many immigrants have hopes for a better life and feel they can only get that in America. Therefore, they're willing to do anything, even if that means coming in illegally. What steps can we take to move forward? The steps we can take to move forward is to bring awareness to social media and let the people know what's going on in the U.S. border. We could also protest and make asylum seekers have their freedom.